Good morning, Investor Connect Nation, OPI Nation. Super excited to have you here today with me this morning. I am here to talk to you about the happenings of what's happening right here in Georgia real estate market, to talk about what's happening in my personal life with our investments. And we're also going to get on Chat GPT and we're going to play around with it a little bit and just see what is all the fuss about. I'm excited to get on that. I've used the feature a little bit here and there. And it is absolutely a wonderful tool that you can use that can help to, I would say, jazz up or springboard your writing to the next level. Now, this is not something to replace your writing. This is a tool to help you get creative. There are absolutely things happening on SEO to where you will be penalized if you're taking something, putting it right into Chat GPT, and then posting it right to your blogs page on your websites, or you're using it for your copy, or you're using it to completely run what you do. You could easily go in Chat GPT and write a whole book. You could absolutely do that. I believe that Amazon publishing, that whole side of things, is going to have an absolute, a stamp on controlling that. So this morning, I've got a newer coffee mug with me down here. I used to use this on the podcast. Love my smiley face coffee mug. Listen, if you want to join my live, I can get it put into the comments on how to join my live. I'd love to have guests on here to ask me questions or to chat with me. So I'm going to go in here and go ahead and put that link on the Facebook. Let me see how I get in here. How do I get into where my live stream is? I think we got it here, and I'm going to post in here how to join me if you want to be on the stream with me. But continuing with my conversation about Chat GPT, it is an excellent tool, and a little bit later we're going to play with it, and I would love your input. Ask me, hey, what would you put down for this, or what would this create, or how could I how can I use this in my business? And my goal is to help you to utilize it to help you in your business. Like I said, I've used it here and there to help to further my writing. I'm definitely not using it for my writing, but it is something to use as a tool, not a replacement. So be sure to not do that. First and foremost, I want to cover some things that have been happening in the past couple weeks. And that is, I've been doing a lot of follow-up with students of mine that were in Dream Life University. And we had 6 students in Dream Life University when we launched it. And I was super excited to see them in the course. And I told Tiffany, I said, I need to give them more. I need to be more involved. I mean, we just got through this big season of the baby coming home, of the big renovation. And I just want to share with you some things that have come from this follow-up. And actually, I started about 3.5 weeks ago. There's this woman that lives in Florida that I followed up with and just seeing how she's doing. And come to find out, she had been going through some medical issues and trying to get back on her feet and trying to push forward. And I just asked her, like, what's the biggest one thing you can do to get back in it? What would make you feel super successful? And we listed out a bunch of things and we narrowed it down. I said, okay, what's the one thing you can do this week to make your business grow? What's the one thing you can do this week to help you feel like you're back in the game, like that you're back, in the swing of things personally? And she set some business goals and some fitness goals, like some health goals. So what I did was we just set it down and said, this week, just focus on this one thing for your business. Just focus on this one thing for your personal life. Now looking back on it, I should have narrowed it down even more and said, what's one thing you can do this week? Just focus on one little thing you can do this week that can make everything a little bit better. And what I loved is that when I followed up at the end of that week, she had made progress but hadn't met her goals. So I said, listen, that's a win, because had you not focused on that one thing to start chasing towards your goals, we would have not, had the growth, or you would not have had the growth. There's another student of mine where I just asked to hop on a phone call with him, and we got on the phone call, and he's making great strides in his real estate investing, and I just challenged him to lean into a bit of uncomfortableness. I read a card last week on one of my Go Live challenges, and it was so crazy that he messaged me. He's like, I got out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I did this thing, and I read this card on my live last week, and it's a guy shooting a basketball, and he's trying to jump way up into the air. The thing is that basketball goes about 10 to 15 feet higher than it should have been. It says be unrealistic. Now, these cards are from James Wedmore's Business by Design. And the card says, I was told my whole life to be realistic. And that's usually what we're told, be realistic. To do what is logical, feasible, and doable. And then James writes, F that. Realistic is safe. It's boring. It's simply a repeat of your past. Realistic leaves no room for the magic and the miracles that we are all craving. Entrepreneurship is about seeing the impossible and making it a reality. Great businesses don't get launched from wimpy, realistic dreams, but from the ones that scare the pants right off us. That's so good. The entrepreneur life is such a cycle. It is so wild because, in any given 5 minutes, you will feel energized, you will feel successful, you will feel like you have the next best thing, and you're about to, help a lot of people, and you're about to make a lot of money. And then 1 minute passes, and then all of a sudden you get this self-doubt, you get this worry, you get this fear, and then you feel like a failure. And then you're like, why would I even do this? Why should I even try this? The entrepreneurial journey is absolutely terrifying. It really is. So at the end, continuing on. So be unapologetically unrealistic. Dream bigger, dream harder, and get excited about what you discover about yourself in the unfolding of something outside of your reach. Do that every single day until someone else asks you, what's your secret? So be unapologetically unrealistic. And I realize now, I sent him a text, like he told me what he did, and I was like, oh my God, that's so great. And I was so pumped up for what he did and how far he was moving forward. And I don't know if he watched my live and didn't understand where this comment came from, but I told him, I was like, oh my gosh, way to be so unrealistic. It's like, wait a second. I just realized it right now. I was like, maybe he didn't know where that comment came from, but that's where that comment come from. So, Mr. Cotter, if you're watching this and in the future or right now, know that that's where that came from. I'm proud of the unrealistic reach that you did. So that is, in a nutshell, how that went. And I spoke to another gentleman and from our course and asked him, how are things going? What can I do to help him? And he said he's going to start this campaign. He's going to start moving forward. And I just challenged him to double, triple, quadruple what he's setting out for himself. Because oftentimes when we set goals and we're like, I want to achieve this, this, and this, we often set them to where they're reachable, they're graspable. Like, I'm going to go and write 100 offers in the next week. And that, that seems like a lot. But what if you started and said, I'm only going to write 10 offers this week? Well, I mean, that's pretty reachable. You can write 10 offers, you write 2 a day, and it doesn't take that much time to do that. But what if you transform that to, I'm going to write 100 offers? Now you got to write 20 a day or write 100 in one day. Now, writing an offer doesn't have to be that you're going on the MLS and writing an offer to go on the MLS. It could be that you are, sending a mailer. It could be that you're door knocking and you're knocking on 100 doors a week and you're leaving a door hanger of, I want to buy your house. That's an offer, So I just challenged him to take a step beyond and to change it from, he wants to send 300 texts for cold call or cold text. I said, change that number to 3,000. Now, text messages aren't as involved as, sending mailers or writing offers, but I challenged him, send 3,000 of these. He could do it. It's absolutely possible. So, listeners, watchers, viewers, what can you do to take the thing that you're challenging yourself to do and then times it by 10? Are you trying to, lose weight? And you say, I want to lose a pound a week. Don't try to lose 10 pounds a week. That's not safe. It's not healthy. But what can you do to add to your weight loss journey? I've been on a weight loss journey for the past 4 weeks, and I've been happy to lose about 8 pounds in the past, 3-4 weeks. And my journey, I could absolutely add to it if I went and ran more, or if I got on a elliptical, or if I got on a bike, or if I was just a little more non-sedentary. So what can you do to take your goal that you have right now and don't just imagine 10xing it, just imagine, taking it to a level that seems like it might be out of reach. Because that's when you turn on this entrepreneurial heart and you start, digging deep and say, I have this goal to write 100 offers this week. I have this goal to send 3,000 texts this week. I have this goal to lose 2 pounds this week. What can I do to further my reach? What can I do to challenge myself more? And when you start holding yourself accountable, that's when you start seeing progress. But how do you get to the next level of accountability? Well, the accountability is when, sorry, I just noticed that I'm on my Go Live challenge. How do you get to that next level of accountability? That is when you tell other people what you're doing. You tell other people, I'm trying to lose 2 pounds this week. And then you need to check in with them that week after. Or maybe you are the accountability partner. You need to check in with the person trying to lose the weight, right? So I'm the accountability partner. I'm going to follow up and say, did you reach your goal? But what can you do to make sure that they're holding you accountable? Well, tell them, go and text them and say, I stepped on the scale this week and I actually gained 2 pounds. Now that, it may feel like a loss. It may feel like you went backwards because you did. But I said this on another live challenge the other day. I said, just because you fail doesn't mean you quit. Failing is fantastic. Failing teaches you what not to do. Failing is the springboard into being successful. That's what failing is. All right, so now we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about Chat GPT. So I've got Chat GPT pulled up on my computer here, and it is so cool what you can do with this function, what you can do with this in general. And if I don't get anything in the comments about, hey, Eric, try this, I'm just going to go through some things that I've done, go through some things that I find helpful. So yesterday, I'm sitting at the coffee shop and I'm working on some things. And now I understand SEO, search engine optimization. I understand how it works. I understand some things about it, but I wanted to see, could Chat GPT explain it to me in a way to where I could be even more successful? Yes, this tool can do crazy things like that. So I asked it, I said, explain SEO to me like I'm a 3rd grader. So I typed it in, and then it's going to spit out an answer and explain to me what SEO is as if I'm a 3rd grader. So it says, hi there. Do you know what a library is? It's a place where you can go to find books on any topic you're interested in. Now imagine the internet is like a huge library with billions and billions of books. When you search for something on the internet, you want to find the best books that match your search, right? Well, that's what SEO, search engine optimization, is all about. It's like organizing the books in the library so that when someone searches for a certain topic, the best books come up first. SEO is the process of making a website or a page more visible and attractive to search engines like Google, so that it shows up higher in the search results when someone types in a certain word or phrase. It's important to have good SEO because it helps people find your website more easily, and it can help your website get more visitors. Just like you want the best books to be at the top of the library shelves, you want your website to be at the top of your search results. So that it's so incredibly cool what you can do with this thing. I mean, you don't have to just go on Google and browse thousands of websites to get the answer that explains it in the way you want. And maybe you didn't understand it at that point. You can just start talking to it like it's a person and say, I didn't understand. Can you elaborate? Let's see what it spits out here. It takes a little bit of time because it is thinking. It is trying to it's itself. It's not necessarily thinking. It is searching. It is searching the web for a million different ways it could explain it to me. So sure, let me explain it in a different way. When you search for something on the internet like funny cat videos, you type those words into a search engine like Google. The search engine then looks through all the websites on the internet and tries to find the ones that are most relevant and useful for you. See, it's like breaking it down even further. It's crazy cool. Search engines use complex algorithms or sets of rules. See, it even explained what algorithms were to determine which websites are most relevant and useful. These algorithms look at a lot of different things on a website, like the words on a page, the images, and how the website is organized. So y'all get the idea what it's doing. I'm going to go and get it to stop generating that. Now, you might be saying, well, Eric, I know what SEO is. I don't really need to know what SEO is. All right, let's say you have a listing on the internet, or you're trying to list a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home for rent. So you can just go in here and say, create a listing for me, 3-bed, 2-bath, downtown Noonan. Let's see what else. 3-bed, 2-bath, downtown Noonan, quiet neighborhood. How do you spell neighborhood? I think that's it. Quiet neighborhood, easy access, walkable, downtown. Let's say it even has a 2-car garage and 1,800 square foot. Giant closets, large bathrooms. Let's see what it comes up with this. So create a listing for me with those criteria. Now it's going to scour the internet to figure out how to build a listing, and hopefully it will spit something out that you can use as a baseline for your listing. Now, I don't think SEO, I don't think that like Zillow or something like that is going to absolutely crash your rankings in like a Zillow listing and whatnot. But I would go in here and just, change a few things, make sure that you're not exactly copy pasting. But I love watching this thing spit out the listings. I love watching it spit out all this stuff because it's putting stuff in here that I did not ask it to. It is going and figuring out how to make this just the best possible. So here we go. So here's a listing for you. Beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath home located in downtown Noonan, situated in a quiet and friendly neighborhood. This house is perfect for anyone who enjoys a peaceful and serene environment. The location is also convenient with easy access to major highways and public transportation. See, I would edit that and take out the public transportation, and I would classify which highway it was close to. This home is ideal for those who love to walk around and explore the city. The downtown area is just a short walk away, offering a wide range of restaurants, cafes, and entertainment options. I would keep that because that works. The house also features a spacious 2-car garage, providing ample space for parking and storage. With 1,800 square foot of living space, this home offers plenty of room for the whole family. The bedrooms feature giant closets, perfect for those with lots of clothes and shoes. I might take that part out. And the bathrooms are large and luxurious, providing a comfortable and relaxing experience. Overall, this home is the perfect blend of convenience, comfort, and style. Come see it today and make it your new home. This already is better than so many listings that I see out there, because let's see if I can make it and say rewrite this, but it's a fixer-upper. I don't know if it will do this. Include that it needs repairs. I'm going to say rewrite this, but includes that it needs repairs, and see if it can carefully blend into the wording that while this is a great home, it does need some work. I've never done listings on this thing, just thought it would be a cool thing to do. So here we go. Here's a revised listing that includes the fact that the home needs repair. If you're watching, I hope you got some coffee or something to drink while we wait for Chat GPT to generate the best listing ever made. This charming 3-bed, 2-bath home is located in the heart of downtown Noonan and boasts a quiet neighborhood and walkable access to local shops and restaurants. Hey, however, it is important to note that this home requires some repairs and TLC to bring it back to its full potential. Here we go. Look, it even forecasts that it has potential. I would take out TLC. We all know that there are some trigger words on Zillow where you look at it and you're like, TLC, oh, that's a total teardown. I would craft some of those words. But despite its need for repairs, this home still offers a spacious 2-car garage. Same thing. Bathrooms are also large and well appointed. That's interesting. I'd probably change that because that doesn't really exactly speak to this area. Offering a relaxing escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. Now, we're not downtown Atlanta, so it's not like it would be that. If you're looking for a home with lots of potential and great location, this property could be the perfect fit. With some hard work and vision, you could transform this house into a beautiful, comfortable space to call home. Schedule a viewing today. That's pretty fantastic. Now, what else can we use this for? Let's say that you've never done a cold call in your life and you haven't done any training on cold calling and you just need a script to help you to make cold calls. All right, so here we go. Let's do a cold call. Create a cold call script I can use to, let's see. I want to try to set up a meeting to look at someone's house to buy. To buy someone's home. Let's just see what it spits out there. I don't want to spend too much time trying to craft my request, but create a cold call script I can use to set a meeting to buy someone's home. So while we're waiting, because it does take a little bit of time for it to scour the internet and to build a response, right? But while we're waiting, like I said when we first started playing around with Chat GPT, understand that this is a tool. This is not the end result. But it is absolutely a great place to start as a baseline for, if you are trying to write blogs, I'll show you that. That's a cool feature that I figured out it can do. Like, I need 20 blog ideas on this subject, and it'll spit out 20 blog ideas. And then you could say, I need you to write the first and last sentence of those blogs. And that just gives you a starting point and an ending point for those blogs, and you fill in the rest. It's pretty fantastic what this system can do. So sure, here's a cold call script that you can use to set up a meeting to buy someone's home. Hello, my name is Eric, and I'm calling because I'm interested in purchasing your home. I came across your property and believe it'd be a great fit for what I'm looking for. I understand that you may not have been planning on selling your home, but I wanted to reach out and see if you would be open to a conversation about it. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm an individual looking for a new home to buy, and I think your property might be the perfect fit. Wow, this is pretty good so far. I'm interested in scheduling a time to meet with you. It's going a little slow right now. So I'm interested in scheduling time to meet with you and discuss the possibility of purchasing your home. I can assure you that I am a serious buyer. Yeah. And when you're cold calling people like this, they don't want to sell their home. I mean, they may need to sell their home, but they may not be in a spot already that they were going to do it. So how do you find people that might be willing to sell their home? That's another conversation for figuring out, people in situations, or, go door knocking, and just you find those people. But so I'm interested in scheduling time to meet with you, discuss the possibility of purchasing your home. I can assure you that I'm a serious buyer and I'm willing to make a fair offer based on the condition of your property. If you're open to the idea of discussing the possibility of selling your home, please let me know when would be a good time to meet and go over the details. I'm available to meet at your convenience, and I promise to make the process as easy and stress-free as possible. Thank you for your time, or thank you for considering my offer. Oh, it keeps going, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. That is not a bad script. Now, you may want to go through there and include some personal details, maybe create some pauses for the person on the other line to speak, things of that nature, right? So it's pretty cool. So I told you that you can use this as a tool to help you generate some blog ideas. So let's just tell it, I need 20 blog post ideas on the subject. Let's say insurance. Let's do home and auto insurance. I don't know how to spell insurance, obviously. Home and auto insurance. Include some posts about myths and false information. Let's see what it spits out. So I need 20 blog post ideas on the subject, home and auto insurance. Include some posts about myths and false information. Now, it may take a little bit of time for this to come up, but I'm excited to see what this does. I don't know much about insurance, home and auto, but would like to see what it spits out. So these are blog post ideas. Here we go. Number 1, the benefits of bundling home and auto insurance. 2, understanding your home insurance policy. What's covered, what's not. 3, how to choose the right auto insurance policy for your needs. 4, top 10 myths about home insurance debunked. These are great titles. These are really good titles. And I would figure out a way to make sure the titles of these are SEO optimized. So I'll show you how to make sure that is done, because when you post a blog, you want to make sure the title has the SEO keyword in it. Saving money on auto insurance, tips and tricks. Common misconceptions about home insurance, separating fact from fiction. Understanding your auto insurance policy, what's required and what's optional. That's a good one. How to lower your home insurance premiums without sacrificing coverage. Whew, that's good. 5 surprising factors that affect your auto insurance rates. I'd be interested in seeing that. Home insurance, what you need to know about flood and earthquake. So that's probably only for certain markets, but dang, that's a good one. Top 5 myths about auto insurance you need to stop believing. Wow, that's a good one. 7 reasons why you need umbrella insurance for extra protection. Now that's pretty good too. So we're going to go ahead and stop generating these because I don't want it to keep going. So on these, I want it to write. So write the first and last sentence. I need to spell sentence for each number. I'm trying to be clear so that it does exactly what I want it to. Write the first and last sentence for each blog post listed. Let's see if it does it. Look at that. That is just, it's building your framework and helping you to see what's possible. It's going to spit out first and last sentence of each one of these blog posts. Now, what I'm about to show you, I don't want you to do it for the sense of absolutely writing your full blog, but watch this. So let's go to this first one. And the benefits of bundling home and auto insurance. First sentence, did you know that bundling your home and auto insurance can save you money and provide other benefits as well? And the last sentence is going to be, by bundling your policies, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that you have the coverage you need for both home and your vehicle. So we're going to take this number 1 right here. Actually, how do I make sure it selects all of that? We're just going to ask it, write the entire blog post for number 1. Let's see if it does it. It might actually start something completely new and just do number 1, like a blog post for number 1. Okay, nope, it was able to track that. The benefits of bundling home and auto insurance. And it's going to write a fair amount. And then you can go back in and say, rewrite this, SEO optimized. You can go back in and say, rewrite this, which is a lot of fun. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do next, but it is a lot of fun to see it. So we're going to read this number 1 when it gets done. And then we are going to put it in a different voice. And I think you're going to like what it does. It's pretty cool. But let's read a little bit of this blog post that Chat GPT is absolutely writing the full blog post. So the benefits of bundling home and auto insurance. Did you know that bundling your home and auto insurance can save you money and provide other benefits as well? If you're currently paying for separate policies for your home and vehicle, it's worth considering the advantages of combining them into one bundle. Here are some top benefits of bundling your home and auto insurance. Number 1, cost savings. By bundling your policies with the same provider, you can often receive a discount on your premiums. This can add up to significant savings over time. Number 2, convenience. Having all your insurance policies with one provider makes it easier to manage and cover your payments. You won't have to deal with multiple companies or policies, which can simplify your life. That's a pretty good benefit. 3, simplified claims. In the event of a claim, you'll have just one point of contact to deal with, which can make the process smoother and more efficient. 4, enhanced coverage. Some insurance companies offer additional benefits for customers who bundle their policies, such as higher limits or additional types of coverage. Number 5, loyalty rewards. See, it's creating things that I didn't even know were things. Okay, so it's wrapping it up now. If you're interested in bundling your home and auto insurance policies, so it's putting a nice little bow on the end of this post. This is going to be a short post. If you want to write longer posts, you can ask it to write a longer post, but I would say start with this small one and then expand on it. You go in and you write the expansion. Don't ask Chat GPT to write your whole blog post. You got to have yourself in there. Okay, I know that takes time, and you might be trying to create 100 blog posts on your website to get more traffic in there. But I will say, don't just use the copy paste. I think eventually there's going to be some SEO penalties going in to where Google or Amazon, I forget what Amazon's whole platform is, but Amazon, Google, they're going to go in there and they're going to create these checkers to scan and figure out who is using Chat GPT to write their whole thing, and they're going to penalize you. And that penalty is not going to be like a thing to where you're going to have to pay a lot of money. It's going to be a thing to where you are going to be ranked lower and might be a permanent thing. We had a network error. So we'll go back to this one. Okay, is it still trying to write that one? Yeah, try to rewrite it completely. Let's just go right here, and we're going to write, and then we're going to do that fun thing that I talked about. So write this in the voice of Donald Trump. This is a pretty cool little feature. It takes and goes through all the scripts of how Donald Trump talks and gives his addresses, and it's going to change this blog post. Only one message at a time. Please allow any other responses to be complete before sending. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to take this. We're going to copy it. We're just going to copy this. And we're going to create a new chat just to simplify this. And at the top of this, it's probably going to start generating. You got to hit shift and then enter so you can put everything on the same line. I just hit enter. So And there's no way to stop the generation until it starts generating. So it's about to spit something out. I don't know. I didn't put a request in there. So it's probably wondering, what does it really want from this? Okay. So I'm going to stop that response. And then I'm going to say, rewrite this in the voice of Donald Trump. I'm going to hit shift and enter, and then I'm going to paste that whole thing again. Now it has a task. It knows exactly what it's doing now. It is a pretty cool feature if you're trying to write funny script, or if you're trying to just create content for people to watch. It is pretty great. But I don't know if y'all can see the script coming up on your screen just yet, but it's absolutely hilarious. Look, folks, let me tell you something. Bundling your home and auto insurance is a great idea. It can save you a lot of money and give you fantastic benefits. If you're currently paying for separate policies, you're doing it wrong. Believe me. You need to consider bundling them into one package. It's a no-brainer. Now, I can't do a Trump impersonation, but oh, it's so good. But you can kind of hear his voice in what it's writing. It's amazing. Now, let me break it to you. By bundling your policies with the same provider, you can get a discount on your premiums. That means more money in your pocket. There it is. And who doesn't love that? Wow. I just love what Chat GPT can do. I think it's a great tool, but also it can be fun. It can be entertaining. You can ask it anything, absolutely anything. So don't be afraid to go into Chat GPT. What you just Google search Chat GPT, or go to chat.openai.com. So OpenAI is the company that runs Chat GPT. So plus it's convenient. You only have to deal with one company instead of multiple, which makes managing your coverage and payments a breeze. And let me tell you, it gets even better. If you need to make a claim, you only have to deal with one point of contact, which makes the process smoother and more efficient. Plus, some insurance companies. Okay, so this is a very detailed thing. So it's losing his voice a little bit. Oh, there it is. He's back. And wait for it. There's more. He's back. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah, so you could absolutely. So Tiffany, I see that you're watching this, and yes, you can absolutely use this to help build content for what you're doing. Like I said, use it as a tool. Don't use it to replace. So wait for it. There's more. Bundling your policies can make you eligible for loyalty rewards like discounts and special offers. It's a win-win situation, folks. It's huge. But listen, you need to make sure you work with a reputable insurance provider. Look for one that has a strong reputation in the industry and is committed to helping you find the right coverage at an affordable price. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. So good. It's just so good. We lost we lost it. But y'all get what I was saying. You understand what I was saying here. So it on the start function, it tells you, examples, explain quantum computing in simple terms or capabilities. Remember what user said earlier in the conversation. Allows user to provide follow-up corrections. Wow. Limitations may occasionally generate incorrect information. So there's a good disclaimer. Make sure you check what it's doing. Limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. So there you go. We can even go in here and say, explain simply why there was a recession in America in 2008. We could see what it's going to spit out, and maybe we don't really have a grasp on it. So right here, it's kind of explaining what caused the 2008 crash in America, and it's saying that a combination of factors in the years leading up to the recession, there was a housing boom, and many people were buying homes they couldn't afford, often with subprime mortgages. Banks were also making risky loans and bundling them into complex financial products that were sold to investors around the world. When the housing bubble burst, many people defaulted on their mortgages and the value of homes plummeted. This led to a cascade of events, including a sharp decline in the stock market, widespread job losses, and the failure of major financial institutions like Lehman Brothers. These factors combined to create a severe recession that lasted for several years and had far reaching impacts in the global economy. So you might go in here and say, hey, elaborate on these subprime mortgages. You may not know what subprime mortgages are. Subprime mortgages were home loans that were extended to borrowers with lower credit scores, limited financial resources, and other factors that made them riskier borrowers. These mortgages often had higher interest rates and fees than traditional mortgages, which made them more expensive for borrowers. During the 2000s, there was a significant increase in the number of subprime mortgages being issued in the United States. So there you go. I mean, it just completely spit out everything you need to know about subprime mortgages. Maybe not everything, but at least the gist to get a decent understanding. You can ask it anything you want to, like how many calories in an apple. I forgot the A on the an. How many calories in an apple? I wonder if it's going to tell me. It's a very different request than anything I've made so far. If you can't hear that, that's my son screaming upstairs. There's no telling what happened. Just no telling. Y'all, the idea of me showing you Chat GPT, there was an error. I might have some spotty internet coverage today. But the idea here is that Chat GPT is an incredible tool that you can use to help you in your business. It should not replace what you do in your business. It should not replace the fact that you need to be a part of it. You need to put your voice in there. Use this as a tool to get started. Use it as a tool if you've got a block of some sort. Use it as a tool if you need a little more explanation on something and you don't want to go scour the internet for articles and resources. Just use it as a tool. Don't use it as a replacement. That's pretty much all I had today. I was talking about Chat GPT and a little bit about what's happening in our business and hopefully how we're helping other people. I appreciate everyone that came on and watched live. This will be posted in the Investor Connect Facebook page for y'all to see later. If you miss some of the beginning or most of all of it, feel free to go in there, check it out. Next Wednesday, we have Tiffany Carter, an insurance agent. She's going to come on and talk insurance. So I'm excited to come back next Wednesday. Now, next Wednesday is going to be our last coffee hour until this summer. I'm leaving for a military training event and I'll be gone. I might be bringing back coffee hour for Saturday or Sunday mornings. I do believe I will have those free. So I might be coming to you live from my hotel room up in Virginia Beach. But until next week, it was good seeing you here. I appreciate you. If you're not a member of Investor Connect and someone shared this video with you, I encourage you to go follow and join Investor Connect. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube and you want to come join Investor Connect on Facebook. Would love to have you in there and to start conversations. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed week. We'll see you next week.